So, bloody typical. I go away for a few days with the family and then all this stuff drops. They couldn't wait till I got back so I could talk about it then. No. Bloody week's gone by and I still haven't talked about it. Now I'm going to. Hi guys, and welcome to the Rift Effect. As I was just saying, all this stuff dropped as I go away with my family for a few days on a little break, and the internet again breaks due to the Batman. And it all happened just as I arrived at our Centre Parks Lodge, and my phone went mental. And when I'm away with family I try not to look at the phone so much, but it was going off the charts. It was nuts. So finally, after getting back and then getting back into the swing of things at work, I'm now able to talk about it. And I know I'm behind everybody else, but that don't matter. So let's get into what happened. So not long after we saw the teaser little video clip of Pattinson in the new Batsuit, we then saw a couple of things that broke off a trailer with what looks like the shoulder pads, and we now know that that's the case, off the Batsuit, and what looks like something in the background, looks like a rig for possibly the cape, who knows. Also on one of the forums somebody broke that they have seen and been involved in a big cathedral scene here that's been filmed here in a hangar in the UK of a big cathedral scene. It went into in depths, but with these type of things I always take it with a little bit of a pinch of salt. Don't always trust it until we finally see it. So that broke, and I didn't feel that I needed to do a video for that because it was only a little thing. But I think it was 2 days later, on the Friday last week, the leaked footage of the Batsuit and the Batcycle. Oh my god, it dropped and the internet went mental. And so yeah, so let's talk about it. So, representing my home country of Scotland, very proud of that, in Glasgow crematorium we saw the stunt double, or what looks like stunt double, in a Batsuit on the bicycle filming scenes with potential Catwoman character in a bike chase. There was a video released of a stunt being done where Batman falls off the bike. If you troll YouTube or the internet you'll find that somewhere, and it looks actually really good. So my first thoughts getting into this, brilliant location, especially Glasgow in February because it is wet, dreary, especially at the moment, and it's a great look for Gotham City. That Gotham City is meant to look drab, it's meant to look dark, and Glasgow in February, reminiscent of that completely. So being from my home country, I'm really proud that Scotland's getting into these films and getting scenes used, etc. So that was great. On to the Batsuit. Now that we've finally seen it, is this the final Batsuit? Am I wrong about what I said before? Yes and no. So we now know it's not concept. We now know it's going to be used as what we saw in when Pattinson was wearing it. This is obviously the suit they're going to use. But saying that, I don't think this is going to be the end suit of the film. You've got to remember that this is meant to be Batman developing and progressing through the stages. So hopefully what we'll see, as we saw in, prime example, Captain America First Avenger, we saw the suit progress until the final suit. Possibly that is what's going on here. There's just too many elements in this suit that you just think it's sort of like kit bashed together, and I think this is him starting out, and eventually we'll see an end product towards the end of the film, and this is what we'll see during the film develop. I could be completely wrong, but just from the photos that we see of the stunt double in the stunt suit, that's what comes to mind, and that's what comes to my mind. Now in the photos we do see CGI dots on the stunt double's chin and face. That's obviously going to be for Pattinson to get his on, and also there's no cape. So I believe, I've got a feeling if there is a cape that it'll be a CGI cape. Now part of me thinks, don't really want it, because to be honest, my initial thoughts on this, it actually looks really good. The only gripe I've got is a cowl, but I'll go into that later. But the suit itself, just reminiscent, and everybody's saying this, and I totally agree. I've read the comic books. 0 Year, the cartoon 0 Year of Batman is just so reminiscent in this, with the arrows on the wrists, and because he has a crossbow in 0 Year, and it's just so reminiscent of 0 Year. It's unreal. You then have the Arkham type chest plates. There's just so many little homages to the comics and to the games and to other movies. It's just, to me, it's actually really nice, and it's a lot of controversy at the moment over this. It is Marmite. You either love it or you hate it, and for me at the moment, I actually dig it. I can see where they're trying to go, I hope. Obviously, not knowing the script or the storyline, I could be completely wrong, but I do think this is a kit bash that he's put together, that he's in development, and the main thing he's concentrated on is the chest piece and the armour, because that's his vulnerable points from being attacked. And so the rest of it, I mean, we see a really normal tactical combat belt, which looks like what any combat belt would look like, not the high tech that we know from Wayne Tech. The armour, again, as I said, very reminiscent, and that is from Wayne Tech, or I'm assuming that's from Wayne Tech. And then you've got the hockey pads that everybody keeps commenting on for the shoulders, and the pads on his forearms with the arrows, which I think is a nice, to me that's quite a nice thing, because when Batman started, if a person like that decided to start out, they are going to have weapons like that to hand, because that's what you have to hand when you start out. They're not going to go into high-tech things straight away. And if this is when Bruce Wayne comes back and is only just starting over, taking over Wayne Tech, he is going to be developing some of this stuff in his own. He's not going to have Lucius Fox suddenly help him out and things like that. And it's going to just be him and Alfred. So I think this is a development suit. I still don't think this is going to be the final Batsuit, but I think this is going to be the prominent suit of this movie. And this is going to be the suit that you see develop over time. And I like it. I'm not going to lie, I like it. Now, obviously, we've seen the photos, all well and good. It's getting us more pumped for this film, and to be honest, I'm actually a little bit excited about this film, and seeing Pattinson bring it to life. Now, talking about the actors, something else that dropped that I want to just touch on in this video is Ben Affleck. He recently did an interview in the New York Times, and I've read this interview a couple of times now, and it's actually quite deep and quite meaningful, and it's sort of closure for Batfleck. It's closing the story down, and it's done really well, and he is doing well, which is great to see. And in the photos, he looks healthy, he looks strong, and he looks back to the Affleck we all know and love. I am upset, obviously, as a lot of fans are, not to see a proper Affleck movie of Batman, but it is what it is. And one of the quotes that he said is, one of his friends said to him when he wrote the script for the Batman, "You'll have a blast doing this, but you'll drink yourself to death doing it as well." And after all the pressures of Justice League and Batman vs Superman, he decided to step away for his own health. And you've got to respect anyone that does that. When you know that you are at that stage, you just know. And as I say, one of his friends did say to him, and it's quoted in the article, that he would drink himself to death doing this role. So it's closure. Not the best closure we wanted, but it is good to see someone like Ben Affleck, who we know can write, direct and act, proved it with Argo and a few of his other films that he's done, but Argo's top of the list. It's just a shame we're not going to see him as Batman. But you never say never, and you never know. We might get an old grisly Batman that's Batfleck later down the line. We never know. So this was just a quick video, guys, because I know I'm so far behind with things. Just want to get this out there, show off the pictures from Glasgow, and just say I am excited for this film, and I hope it is good. And with that, guys, geek out. Hi guys, and welcome to the Rift Effect. As I just said in my opening little skit there,